Justin Pierre James Trudeau was born on December 25, 1971, in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. As the eldest son of Pierre Trudeau, the 15th Prime Minister of Canada, and Margaret Trudeau, a former model, actress, and mental health advocate, Justin was thrust into the public eye from the moment he took his first breath. His birth, on Christmas Day, marked the beginning of a life that would blend politics, privilege, and the weight of legacy. From an early age, the world was watching him, the son of one of Canada's most iconic political figures. The expectations placed on him were immense. Growing up in the Trudeau family, Justin was surrounded by both wealth and intellectual rigor. His father's political career meant that the family was constantly in the public eye, navigating the intricacies of power and leadership. Justin's early life was marked by an unusual mix of opulence and isolation, with constant media attention on his every move. But it wasn't just the glittering spotlight that shaped his childhood. Justin's mother, Margaret, was known for her struggles with mental health, often battling depression, which cast a shadow over the family's public life. These early years instilled in Justin a deep sense of empathy, responsibility, and an understanding of the complexities of human nature. Despite the weight of his family name, Justin didn't initially show signs of following in his father's political footsteps. After completing his high school education at Rockcliffe Park Public School, Justin attended McGill University in Montreal, where he earned a degree in literature. His university years marked the beginning of his exploration of personal identity and the broader world beyond Canada's political arena. He spent time studying in Vancouver and Japan, immersing himself in cultural experiences that broadened his view of the world. However, it wasn't until later that Justin would find his path in politics. After graduation, Justin pursued a variety of career options, including teaching and working with youth. He taught French and drama at West Point Grey Academy in Vancouver, and later worked with at-risk youth in the Kivalliq region of Nunavut, Canada's northernmost territories. It was during these years that Justin began to hone his skills as a communicator, learning how to connect with people from all walks of life, especially those who had been marginalized by society. Trudeau's public persona began to take shape when he entered the Canadian political scene. In 2008, he successfully ran as a Liberal candidate in the Montreal riding of Papineau, a position that allowed him to begin carving out a political career. At the time, many questioned whether he could live up to the legacy of his father, who had served as Canada's Prime Minister from 1968 to 1979, and again from 1980 to 1984. Pierre Trudeau had left an indelible mark on Canadian politics, and many wondered if his son would be able to fill such enormous shoes. But Justin was no stranger to the spotlight. He quickly gained attention for his charisma, youthful energy, and his ability to connect with young Canadians. As he rose through the ranks of the Liberal Party, his policies began to focus on issues of social justice, environmentalism, and progressive reforms. His personal charm and accessibility to ordinary citizens helped elevate him in the public's eye, and he started to become seen as a figure of hope for those who wanted change from the political establishment. By 2013, Justin Trudeau was elected leader of the Liberal Party of Canada. His rise was fast and dramatic, and by 2015, he was ready to run for the office of Prime Minister. The 2015 election would be a turning point in both Canadian and global politics. His campaign, built on the promise of change, inclusion, and a new political era, was a stark contrast to the more traditional conservative message of the incumbent Prime Minister, Stephen Harper. During the 2015 election, Trudeau's youthful appearance and appeal to younger voters were key to his success. His slogan, "Real Change," resonated with Canadians who were looking for a fresh direction after nearly a decade of Conservative rule under Harper. His progressive platform promised to strengthen the middle class, improve healthcare, tackle climate change, and reform the Canadian electoral system. He also championed diversity and inclusion, bringing a sense of optimism and renewal to the national political scene. His appeal was not just limited to the youth. His message reached across generations, with many seeing him as a symbol of a Canada that embraced its multicultural identity. On October 19, 2015, Justin Trudeau led the Liberal Party to a stunning victory, winning 184 seats in the House of Commons and forming a majority government. His triumph was one of the most significant political shifts in modern Canadian history. Trudeau's leadership marked a departure from the politics of the previous decade, and his personal story of triumph over legacy seemed almost too perfect for the narrative of Canadian politics. As Prime Minister, Trudeau moved quickly to fulfill many of his campaign promises. He introduced a carbon tax as part of his efforts to combat climate change, and he increased government spending on infrastructure and social programs. His government also legalized recreational marijuana in 2018, making Canada the second country in the world, after Uruguay, to do so. His focus on gender equality was also a hallmark of his leadership, appointing a gender-balanced cabinet in 2015, a first in Canadian history. However, his tenure has not been without controversy. Despite his early successes, Trudeau has faced numerous challenges and criticisms, both domestically and internationally. One of the most significant controversies occurred in 2019, when it was revealed that he had worn blackface on multiple occasions in the past. The scandal damaged his reputation and sparked widespread debate about race, privilege, and accountability. Although Trudeau publicly apologized for the incidents, many felt that it was a stain on his image, and it remained a point of contention throughout his political career. In addition to this personal scandal, Trudeau has faced criticism for his handling of Indigenous rights and the environment. While he has taken steps to address the issues facing Indigenous communities in Canada, such as implementing the Truth and Reconciliation Commission's recommendations, he has also been criticized for his government's support of oil pipelines and other projects that have been seen as harmful to the environment and Indigenous lands. Despite these controversies, Trudeau has maintained a strong position in Canadian politics, largely due to his international appeal and continued commitment to progressive policies. He has remained a strong advocate for LGBTQ+ rights, immigration reform, and international cooperation, positioning Canada as a leader on the world stage, particularly in terms of global climate initiatives and humanitarian efforts. Trudeau's leadership was further tested in 2020 when the COVID-19 pandemic struck. His government implemented a wide range of measures to protect Canadians, including economic relief packages, health protocols, and vaccine distribution. Despite initial praise for his handling of the crisis, Trudeau faced criticism for some of his decisions, particularly regarding vaccine distribution and border management. Nevertheless, his response to the pandemic highlighted his ability to adapt and respond to unforeseen challenges. Trudeau's second term as Prime Minister, which began after the 2019 election, has been marked by continued attempts to balance the pressures of domestic governance with global diplomacy. His leadership has been focused on issues like climate change, economic recovery, and international relations. Trudeau has been a staunch ally of the United States, particularly during the presidency of Joe Biden, and has worked to strengthen Canada's relationship with its southern neighbour. He has also sought to reinforce Canada's position on the world stage, advocating for human rights, democracy, and global cooperation. As of 2023, Justin Trudeau remains a highly influential figure in Canadian politics. His leadership has been characterized by youthful optimism, progressive reforms, and a strong focus on diversity. He has faced significant challenges and controversies throughout his career, but his ability to adapt and navigate these obstacles has helped him remain at the forefront of Canadian politics. Trudeau's religion is Catholic, although he has been vocal about the importance of secularism in politics, advocating for the separation of religion and government. He often emphasizes the importance of respect for all faiths and is seen as a champion of religious freedoms in Canada. His personal beliefs, however, are often viewed as private, and he has never been overly outspoken about his Catholic faith in the public sphere. Justin Trudeau's political legacy will undoubtedly be a subject of intense debate for years to come. For some, he will be remembered as a visionary leader, a symbol of progress, inclusivity, and hope for a more equitable world. For others, he will be a polarizing figure, whose leadership was marked by contradictions, scandals, and moments of failure. Regardless of how history judges him, Justin Trudeau has undoubtedly left an indelible mark on both Canadian and global politics. His story, like the country he leads, is one of complexity, triumph, and enduring challenges. The next chapter of his career remains to be written, but one thing is certain: Justin Trudeau's place in history is secure. By the way, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Also, write us in the comments what you think about Justin Trudeau. We'd love to hear your thoughts.